All right, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the 1995 Melex golf cart. Before we do that, if you could like, subscribe, share, and comment. Let's get started. So right now we're going to pressure wash basically the whole thing. Try to get a lot of this old grease off, oil, dirt. Try to just get it cleaned up right now. So that's what you're going to see me doing right now, and then we're going to do that, and then we're going to do some maintenance on the oil, on the engine, and then we're going to see how it runs and performs after that. All right, let's get started. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is take off the old spark plug, which I have in my pocket right here. So we just went and got so here's the old one. Kind of see how it looks. It is definitely old. Gap is definitely not correct. So here's our new one. And this is stock. It is the BR6HS, this is the one we're using. And it is in inches, it's 0.028 to 0.030 to gap it. So to tighten it down, you just have to, once it get per the instructions for the manual for this. Actually, you know what, let me go grab some anti-seize for this before we put this on, just in case. So I'll be right back. All right, so here's what I'm using. I'm using an anti-seize thread lubricant. It is a high temp with copper formula. So that's what I'm using. That's what I've used on a lot of them. So I haven't had any issues taking them on and off. So they're highly recommended for this. And then you just gotta put a very little on there. That's pretty much all I put on. Not very much. And then I'll put it in there. I gapped this prior coming on, so that's why I'm not doing it online. So per the instructions, so once the gasket contacts the head, it is literally a half a turn. So we'll go here, and then that's a quarter, and then half, and that's it. And then we'll put back on the spark plug wire. All right, so, and that clicked in. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna replace this I didn't grab all the tools. Air filter, because it is dirty. Let me go grab some more tools, because I didn't grab tools again for this air filter, and then we'll go from there. All right, so right now we're going to replace this fuel line, get rid of this restriction right here, put a new fuel filter on, put a new carburetor on it, and replace the air filter, which you can see here's the old air filter. It has been crushed, it's dirty. If you look inside of it, it's got a bunch of stuff inside. So this isn't breathing very well. So this will help out tremendously when we get a new one on here. All right, so let's get this done. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the fuel line. We're gonna disconnect all the carburetor. So let's get that done. And we'll start with this piece is not it. It's this one. All right, so that is for the choke. So we will pull this out just a little bit, just so we have it out. All right, so now disconnect the fuel line from over here. All right. See, yeah, see, it's all nastied up. All right, we're gonna cut those. Actually, we'll put it back in here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cheat. All right, there we go. So now we'll take off the carburetor. Let's take this out. We're probably gonna need a new one of those. So this is a 10 millimeter that I'm taking this off with. Clean that up. We have a new one of those. All right, so you can see a huge difference. Inside here is completely dirty. Jets are probably going to be in the same way. Dirty, and this is just completely clean, brand new. So we will get it dialed in and all right. So we got the gaskets that came with the new carburetor. Make sure when you're putting the new gaskets on that they line up all the holes. You can see jet, air, and then the two bolts, they line up perfectly. Make sure you put those on correct, or that's not gonna line up the way it needs to be. So let me get this put on and we'll go from there. And let me see, and then I have this one. Where did the other one go? There it goes. And then you have the back one, same thing. See how it kind of lines up? You have this little cover, this little hole right here. Lines up with this hole right here. So this is the back, that was the front, and they line up. So, all right, let me get this on. All right, so now right here, I'm gonna clean this up real quick. This is the adapter for our new air filter that we got off of Amazon. So put this right back on. The correct way. All right, same thing. You want to make sure that this is lining up with inside there. Put your 10mm nuts back on. All right. So don't want to over tighten them, but you want to make sure that they're snug and it's not going to move. All right, so now we're going to run new fuel line. So this is the fuel line I use. I've redid my whole son's 85 CJ7 with this, and we haven't had any issues with it. Highly recommend it. It's not sponsored, nothing like that. I don't have any of those. So I'm just telling you what I use. But it's a 1/4 inch fuel line. So we're gonna put that right here, nice and tight. All right, so now we're gonna run it kind of the same way underneath here. So this was here. All right, so we just took it out for a drive. Messed with the idle a little bit. So like I said, what we've done is replaced air filter, new carburetor with gaskets, new spark plug, new hose from Evo Energy, and new fill filter, and a new spark plug. I don't know if I said that. So that's what we've done so far to it. Right now we have the new belt coming, dry belt coming soon. And then for the next one, we're gonna look into removing the governor and definitely doing an oil change and possibly fixing the exhaust. Hopefully get rid of that. It's a 2-stroke muffler that's on it, so maybe that's why it's popping. We're gonna remove that, get something better, and get to run a little bit better without the popping. So that's what we've done. We'll start it and kind of show you how it's running. And here we go. So that's where we're at. That concludes this, what we're doing to this car right now. So we'll see you on the next one.